Currently in Path of Exile, each character class has the opportunity to ascend to one of 3 unique Ascendancies, except for the Scion. The Scion has the flexibility to combine different Ascendancy classes within a single Ascendancy tree. She's not in PoE 2. But Path of Exile 2 is confirmed to have Ascendancy classes as well. For newcomers, these Ascendancies significantly alter the gameplay of a Path of Exile character, introducing potent new choices to build upon the already extensive passive skill tree. Across the game's 7 character classes, there are 19 Ascendancies accessible through the completion of the Lord's Labyrinth. This challenging trial involves navigating traps, battling monsters, and confronting Emperor Izaro in an evolving 3-phase boss encounter. Ascending in Path of Exile 1 becomes available in its 3rd act out of 10. Subsequently, characters can further ascend by conquering higher levels of the labyrinth, imbuing their gems with upgrades and transfigurations along the way. People hate the labyrinth, but they love Ascension. Path of Exile 2, a tremendous sequel to Path of Exile 1 touted as an ARPG with more content than any other currently on the market, is set to boast 36 total Ascendancy classes that define builds, effectively doubling the vast array of available archetypes that was available in PoE 1. However, information on these new and returning Ascendancies remains limited to just 7, which were initially revealed to the community during Path of Exile 2's debut showcase at ExileCon 1 in November 2019. Subsequent updates, including the follow-ups in April 2021, ExileCon 2 in July 2023, the Gamescom Druid demo, the PAX West demonstration, and the Mercenary reveal, provided no further details about PoE 2's Ascendancies. For those who might have missed all the buzz in years past and are looking forward to seeing what these new Ascendancies look like in 2024 when GGG reveals them before the June 7th, 2024 closed beta, this is the video for you. Please enjoy and let me know what you think. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. Here is a preview of what GGG is striving for with the Ascendancy classes in Path of Exile 2. These new Ascendancies promise powerful, character-defining ways to build for every type of PoE player, akin to transforming bows into melee weapons, catering to a diverse range of playstyles. They offer a wealth of choices, introducing original skills and extraordinary abilities beyond what PoE 1 Ascendancies provide. Picture the possibility of assuming the form of a werecat, an exclusive transformation unique to these new Ascendancies. Unlike most PoE 1 Ascendancies, their passives and skills might scale with character level, evolving as you progress closer to the pinnacle of level 100, offering escalating bonuses. Furthermore, choosing an Ascendancy might even alter the default character models. Envision the Ranger's appearance transforming into that of a Beastmaster with bloodied teeth and stick-and-leaf littered hair. Lastly, these Ascendancies won't be obtainable through the Lord's Labyrinth as in PoE 1, potentially relieving players from the need to run the Labyrinth repeatedly. What new dangers may we brave on the Path of Exile 2? Well, this was actually partially revealed lately. We'll get to it soon enough. Okay, which 7 Ascendancy classes do we have information about? Out of the 7 known Ascendancies, 3 are designated for the Ranger, offering insights into the expansion of the Ranger class in Path of Exile 2. However, there is a possibility that some of these may have swapped over to either the Huntress, or the Druid, or the Mercenary. To begin, the Ranger's first Ascendancy leads to the Beastmaster, an exceptional choice linked to PoE 2's introduction of shape-shifting mechanics. Per GGG's details, this path grants exclusive access to the Werecat shape-shifting skill, accompanied by a significant bonus to critical strikes. Moreover, the Beastmaster's unique feature enables effortless transitions between various forms, such as werewolf, werebear, werecat, human, and potentially others, while retaining accumulated buffs from previous forms. Thusly, unlike other shape-shifting builds, this Ascendancy node ensures the retention of additional bonuses from prior forms. For instance, this remarkable node allows a character to retain critical strike enhancements from the werecat form when shifting to the werewolf form. Consequently, the werewolf form's supposed damage boosts carry over to benefit its human form. This innovative concept pairs with the wild shape node very well, which augments shape-shifting buffs by an impressive 100%. Now, shape-shifting has likely changed a ton since its first showcase in 2019, and we know that each form now has its own unique skill sets. So for example, bear form has a ton of bear skills that you can use within it. I'm guessing the same is true for cat form and for wolf form as well. I'm hoping that there are some surprise forms in there, maybe a quadrilla, maybe a roa. That would be super cool if it's true. Regardless, the Beastmaster will introduce a captivating feature, an exclusive companion cat minion that tailors specific buffs to align with your character's preferences through the Ally of the Wild node. Presently, we're aware of 3, the Lion, Panther, and Cheetah minions. Each brings unique strengths. The Lion excels in sheer strength, while the Panther and Cheetah emphasize stealth and high-speed gameplay respectively. However, selecting one from the Ascendancy tree showcased means having only a single summoned cat companion at a time. Wow, if this is still a part of the class, that'll be super cool. I might actually try a minion build because I need myself a lion. This new Beastmaster Ascendancy promises to encapsulate the essence sought after by enthusiasts of shape-shifting, summoner builds, or the classic ranger archetypes that remind me of Dungeons and Dragons. But how much might this have changed from the 2019 reveal? I'd suspect quite a bit, and it might not even be on the ranger, it might be on the druid. And since each form has its own set of attacks, will we still be transforming from a bear to a wolf, to a cat, to a roa, to a quadrilla? I'm not sure. We'll have to see, because the druid seems to be a mix between spellcaster and wild shaper. So maybe bears focus on war cries and slams, and werewolves focus on poison, and maybe cats focus on strikes? We'll have to see. It'll be interesting. I can't wait to see more about the Beastmaster in the lead up to Path of Exile 2. Alrighty, with the overview of just one new Ascendancy, the seismic shift in design philosophy from PoE 1 Ascendancies is immediately evident. In PoE 2, GGG seems to prioritize providing robust new skills and a more expansive array of choices within the Ascendancy trees, diverging from the previous model of singular, build-defining passive alterations. Those still exist, but are lesser. Their enthusiasm extends to leveraging newly developed technology to revamp established gameplay systems, particularly focusing on the evolution of weaponry. However, the verdict on whether this shift is a masterful design choice or a concerning direction for a game like PoE remains to be seen. Locking substantial and transformative changes, along with specialized skills, behind specific ascendancies or their nodes, could potentially restrict the customization freedom that's integral to PoE's success and identity. The following announced ascendancy, also tied to the Ranger, is the Survivalist, positioned as the most advanced among the 3 new Ranger ascendancies. Its skill tree stands on par with the transformative nature of the Beastmaster. Each individual node introduces complete skill gems onto your weaponry, likely scaling in tandem with your character's progression. A lot of this might have changed in the lead up to the release of Path of Exile 2. For instance, the Division node offers a greater multiple projectiles version of a skill and a barrage variation of the very same skill, allowing for both single target and area of effect attacks using a single skill gem. Other nodes bestow substantial spell dodge chances through a newly introduced skill, Spell Avoidance, a potential synergy with the spell suppression mechanic if that makes it into PoE 2 with this toggleable ability. Another intriguing node, Multiplication, incrementally increases the number of projectiles released every second, and they remain undispersed, enabling the accumulation of a potent strike while dodging boss attacks or transitioning to engage another pack. When paired with a support skill like Barrage, this could result in a considerable spike in damage output. This sounds like it could still be in the design philosophy for PoE 2, even with all the recent announcements, because it's not adding bloat to the screen, it's getting you ready for that one huge spike of damage. GGG let us know the Survivalist tree will be split down the middle as well. One side will be focused on defenses like Spell Avoidance, the other will be centered around offensive nodes like Multiplication and Division. It's versatile, and it really reminds me of the Affliction Ascendancies, the Wildwood Ascendancies that we've just recently seen. I wonder how much inspiration those took from the PoE 2 Ascendancies. It's interesting to think about. Completing the trio of supposed Ranger Ascendancies is the Tactician, someone with a specialized toolkit emphasizing tactical strikes, empowered totems, and effective crowd control against foes of varied sizes and forms. While not officially confirmed, it appears poised to complement the crossbow item class slated for arrival alongside PoE 2, perhaps even on par with the Mercenary, or it could just be a Mercenary Ascendancy class. The standout node on the Tactician's tree is the electrifying Close Combat Specialist, which transforms the bow item class into a quasi-melee weapon, enabling the utilization of melee sword and axe skills and support gems with bows, hopefully crossbows too. Beyond its captivating premise, this node also guarantees that the Tactician's animations will be updated and seamless while engaging in melee combat with a bow or crossbow. Another intriguing node, Death from Above, enables the integration of any arrow rain type skill into the newly introduced Arrow Flare meta skill. Subsequently, the following node in this branch extends the capability to incorporate yet another arrow rain skill into this meta skill. These additions solidify the Tactician's role as a commanding presence on the ranged battlefield. As I ponder on it even more, I really do think the Tactician will be moving from a Ranger Ascendancy to that of the Mercenary. It seems like it just fits that style and that fantasy so much more. What do you guys think? Right before we move to the next chunk of Ascendancies, I would like to ask, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. I'm consciously ramping up videos like this, working on improving the quality, and I'm aiming to be the PoE2 content creator as we near its June 7th, 2024 closed beta. Thank you for the consideration and for watching this video. Now, let's get back to it. The last batch of 4 new Ascendancy classes we've seen remain largely veiled in mystery, alongside the 29 others we haven't even been teased about. GGG chose to unveil comprehensive details for only the 3 now unconfirmed Ranger Ascendancies, leaving the next 4 in an early developmental phase as of November 2019. Consequently, these classes especially are subject to substantial revision. Considering the evolving nature of Path of Exile 2's development, it wouldn't be surprising if even the Ranger Ascendancies underwent significant changes upon the game's release, even more so now with the decision to split out the games entirely. As for the final 4 Ascendancies, we possess names and general outlines for 2 Marauder and 2 Witch Ascendancies: the Reaver, the Ancestor, the Defiler, and the Arcanist. The Reaver, as a Marauder Ascendancy, will focus on empowering allies and withstanding overwhelming hordes of adversaries. This specialization seems poised for strength in group dynamics and play, potentially thriving in minion-based builds as well. GGG has an opportunity to innovate by introducing a novel type of minion through the Reaver. In Path of Exile, we've seen zombies, specters, skeletons, golems, spiders, and even towering reapers. The Reaver might introduce summoned exiles, mercenaries, or even bandit minions, a fresh variety distinct from the typical undead cohorts. Considering GGG's detailed approach to Ranger Ascendancies, where Ascendancies possess their unique skills like the cats, the Reaver could grant Marauders access to this diverse array of minions. I'm not talking General's Cry, I mean real, living minions. Nodes within the Ascendancy tree could potentially offer means to modify minion behavior, alter their armaments, or even transform the customary minion horde into a colossal effigy resembling a Karui god like Tukohama. In essence, the Reaver could forge a new archetype in Path of Exile, a commander marshalling a human horde armed with an array of weapons and passive customization, distinguishing itself from the conventional undead-focused minion builds of the Witch. Of course, the nodes could be generic enough to offer these buffs to other minion mancers, as is tradition with Path of Exile. In contrast to the Reaver, the Ancestor, another Marauder Ascendancy, will center on harnessing ancestral spirits and directing them against endless waves of adversaries. Judging from glimpses in its art, snippets from GGG, and considering other ancestral abilities and skills in PoE, this Ascendancy is poised to bolster character strength through spiritual prowess. It appears that the Ancestor will likely augment existing skills like Ancestral Cry, Ancestral Call Support, and Ancestral Totems. GGG may have also devised various innovative methods to summon forth the ancient spirits of the Karui, employing them to decimate the current inhabitants of Rayclast. Given the recent decoupling of totems from the Chieftain as well in PoE 1, perhaps room is now left for the Ancestor to truly buff Ancestral Totems in PoE 2 if Chieftain seeks to join the fray. Now, the Defiler, a potential Witch Ascendancy, appears intrinsically linked to siphoning the life force and resilience of foes to fortify its own power. This assessment is solely based on the artwork, as GGG has only unveiled a piece of concept art and the name. Set apart from the Necromancer's domain, the Defiler seems to embody an archetype centered on life draining and/or manipulating corpses, distinct from empowering minions. Instead, it appears to repurpose stolen vitality to bolster its personal strength. It shall shine in defiance of the Necromancer. While many of the new Ascendancies are expected to challenge established norms in PoE 2, the Defiler might specialize in manipulating enemy corpses, altering damage types in unexpected ways, or in a uniquely distinct approach, inhabiting deceased enemy remains, an act akin to defilement. We eagerly await to uncover GGG's forthcoming revelations. Now, to conclude the roster of partially confirmed new Ascendancies in PoE 2, the Arcanist emerges as once a Witch Ascendancy and now likely tied to the Sorceress. She is brimming with the raw power of lightning. Her entire repertoire will enhance and reimagine various lightning-based skills and concepts in Path of Exile 2. Just as the Occultist Ascendancy in PoE 1 for the Witch focuses on chaos damage and skills, we anticipate the Arcanist to unveil remarkable potentials for skills like Arc, Crackling Lance, Orb of Storms, Lightning Conduit, and any other lightning skills that make their way into PoE 2. Now, I also think perhaps, based on a comment from Omega Cybers, that this could be a class that manipulates more than just lightning now, but the weather itself. Maybe we're getting a Weathermancer with skills like comments and lots of big AoE constantly moving around, ground and sky effects. This is a possibility, and it's pretty cool. Beyond really its lightning-centric approach, its name and the concept art, and the speculation that we just set out, little else is known about the Arcanist. Since the inception of Ascendancy classes in PoE 2.2.0 and the conception of PoE 2, GGG recognized the necessity of compiling a diverse range of thrilling and grand ideas for fresh archetypes in PoE 2. Based on the 3 intricate and disclosed concepts and all else they've revealed, they appear to be hitting the mark. In the almost 5 years since the last Ascendancy update for PoE 2, there likely have been numerous rounds of refinement and innovation on those initial 7 concepts and the remaining bunch. During the rest of 2024, leading up to the June 7th closed beta launch, we anticipate delving deeper into the new Ascendancies making their way to PoE 2, along with insights into how they will be obtained. Just recently, Jonathan Rogers, one of PoE 2's game directors, confirmed they wouldn't be obtained via the Labyrinth, but through 4 separate quests or tasks in Acts 2, 3, 4, and the Endgame. Each are distinct, which is immediately a change from the Labyrinth. My previous prediction of the Forbidden Sanctum rewarding Ascension in PoE 2 is out. Perhaps it's similar to the quests we receive in the Viridian Wildwood and Affliction. We'll know soon enough. Certainly, all 36 of the new and fantastic or revamped Ascendancies in Path of Exile 2 are going to be smashing indeed. I cannot wait to build some characters with them when it comes out, finally, in June of this year. Anyways, that's all for this video. Tala Moana, Exiles.